Hello, miners and crafters. Oh dear. I've just immediately left the world. Okay, hello everyone. Hi. Today I'm going to teach you about a weird thing I've made. It is a secret nether portal. There is a nether portal in this wall. It's not hidden behind the wall, it is the wall. Behold. But you've never seen one of those before. That is probably my favourite thing I've ever designed. I love it. Isn't it great? It's really simple as well, and it turns itself off. I'm going to definitely have this in my survival worlds. When I have a group realm, I'm definitely going to build this and hide my portal from people. So it just uses a switch. You can hide the switch anywhere in your base. I'm just putting it here right now, just so it's easy for me to do this. Look at that. Isn't that great? So that's got your flint and steel in it. That's got lava in it, which breaks the portal. And now I'm going to teach you how to build it. Well, I'll show you how it's built. I'm not going to do like a step-by-step instructions. This is the on and off bit. You need a redstone line running right the way around the back to a solid block here. Obviously doesn't need to be a diamond block. That was just to make my life easier. When I was designing it, I noticed that block. Then you have a sticky piston and an observer here. And that needs to be extended when this is switched on. And that runs into that system. And you'll see that's not connected to this. The repeater, it has a repeater all the way delayed there, and then some redstone here. Repeater with no delay there, repeater with some delay there, and then a repeater with all the delay there. So you need all the delay, redstone, 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 all of the delay, redstone, 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 all of the delay. And the reason for that is we're converting that into 2 pulses. So when that comes out, has a very quick redstone pulse, and we want it to fire twice. So it fires once there into that block, which pushes that piston and that piston, and then once again round the back. This observer and that dispenser, so that observer faces, its butt faces up, so it powers that dark oak log there, and that is how we get the dispenser to power, because you see it actually needs to power that block next to the dispenser for the dispenser to power. We'll just put that there for now. So we'll do that. So that is the off circuit. So as you can see, it's turned off. And then when you turn it back on, you turn the lever, it'll power all of that circuit off. And then here, full delay, redstone dot. Full delay, redstone dot. Glass, 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 glass. Look at all that glass. You have a ladder of redstone coming up this glass all the way up to here. And then here we have a double piston extender built on top of glass. You get it not fully delayed, almost fully delayed, so you're 1 tick below. So I think it's, I don't know what the ticks are, to be honest. I call them clicks, how many times I have to click the thing. So that's no clicks, that's 1 click, that's 2 clicks. That's how I do it. So that's 2 clicks, we have that on 2 clicks. An observer there, redstone there, facing into those sticky pistons, which are going to pull the honey section out. And then you build basically the same arrangement of pistons with a block gap below from the second one. So you have pistons there, gap, pistons again. Oh no, I pressed that really quick, didn't I? How did I manage to double click that piston away? Yeah, so that's how that should look. And then yeah, you get your glass stairs, that goes up there. Don't worry, I'm going to show you this again in a minute. We need a non-sticky block here, very important. You can use pumpkins, melons, moss, glazed terracotta. I'm using obsidian. Redstone there. And then 2 clicks. And an observer here facing down. Because that's going to, when that piston comes back in, I'll show you actually. You see it. When that piston comes back in, it fires the piston again because of the observer, which allows it to pull the slime all the way back. Okay, and this is my basic. These are my 2 favourite double piston extender designs because they're really simple and they're really easy to fit in a small space. Like this one's only 1 wide, This one's only 1 tall if you ignore the redstone you have to put on it. Okay, so after you've built this circuit here, from the powering bit, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 repeaters on full delay. It has to be that many. Any less, and it will actually spit the bucket out and just abandon it, because the whole machine's really precisely timed. You can add more if you want it to close slowly. Slower? Yes. You can add more if you want it to close slower, which makes your life a little bit easier. Because then, if you're on a world which is quite laggy, that's probably for the best. And you have glass, little stairway of glass. First double piston extender, little stairway of glass. Second double piston extender. But this one here, this one's very important. You want to go around here, and the reason that's glass is that the redstone can actually carry on from the piston, and it carries onto this block here. We need a block down here with redstone on it. Very important. And then you need a redstone torch there, and that redstone torch powers that sticky piston, which is, you know, 2 blocks in front of the sticky piston that activates the shutting circuit. This is now the opening circuit, so that's part of the opening circuit, but so is this. So you need a sticky piston here underneath that torch, and when your system's on, it shouldn't be powered. And then an observer, and then a repeater on full delay here across this gap, so that when the observer's pushed forwards, it puts all of its power into that block there, this block here. All of its power goes into there, and that powers that sticky piston and that sticky piston, and it's mirror image of what we have before, where we've got the flint and steel for the opening circuit. And if you remember before, this bit which allows this to fire twice, we don't need that on this side. It's not necessary, because you only need the flint and steel to fire once when it goes next to the dispenser. So that observer powers that block, which doesn't have anything next to it apart from when the dispenser's up there. The dispenser, by the way, has to face towards the portal. Both dispensers have to face towards the portal. And it'll pop up and it'll dispense the flint. Whereas with the lava circuit from earlier, it'll dispense the lava. You don't want to leave the lava there. You want to pull it back in. So then you have to have another one of these to set the machine off again. And that's it. That's the whole design. I think it's, to be fair, for what it does, it's actually really compact, because it's only 1 block longer at the back than the double piston extenders that you absolutely can't shrink those down. Could I shrink this down? Potentially. But there is an issue with it, in that you don't want the flash of the redstone from the observer to be really short. That's super important, because if it is really short, then it doesn't actually... Sometimes if you're on a laggy world, if you just use an observer without a repeater on the end, it will just push up really quick and nothing will happen. And we don't want that. So then the final part is, you've got your portal. So you build your portal and it looks like this. It can have corners if you want it to have corners. You make your portal, and for some reason that's powered when it shouldn't be. Oh wait, no, that's fine. Yeah, you have this, that's how it should look. So you've got your pistons here, and then you build your portal around that, and then you can have corners on the portal if you want to. I usually don't. So I think it's good you can actually hide that the portal's here. Like, you could even have a chest up here and make it look like a storage room. So you could really work around the space. Like, for example, I could have something here, and you wouldn't expect a portal to be somewhere like this, would you? You just wouldn't expect one. And obviously I've got to deal with that now. This is fine. We'll just do that, and then you get your slime and your honey. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm not a big fan of video editing. I'm actually okay at editing videos, but I'm not a massive fan of listening to my own voice all the time. And because I do Minecraft streams and comedy, talking and reading books and audiobooks and all that stuff, I pretty much get sick of my voice by the end of the day. So I'm not a huge fan of editing my own stuff at the moment. I'm going to try and get over that, because I know you guys probably you definitely deserve to have polished videos. But yeah, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? This is one of my favourite things that I've ever built. It came to me in a vision. I know you might not believe that, but I had a dream that I was on a group realm with some of my old friends, and I had a secret portal room. See? And you can, you know, we don't need that little nook there, but it's cool. Also, another fun thing about this, aside from the fact that obviously the portal's turned off when it's not revealed, so you can't hear it, you can't see the particles coming out of it, you won't be able to detect it. So if you built this far away somewhere in your world, and maybe you had a, say you have a nether portal somewhere else that's your official nether portal that's like 200 blocks away, then you could have this nether portal link up to a portal in the nether where there's actually a secret base, maybe at deep slate level or in a nether ceiling or somewhere in the middle. I think is probably the best place for a secret base, because on a lot of servers people are either at the bottom or at the top. So if you're in the middle and you just cover it in netherrack, I don't think anybody's ever going to see it. And you can have like a secret base in the nether that nobody else ever gets access to. And I think that could be really neat. I definitely want to use this for my piglin farm in my world, for example. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, that's it. You don't need these pillars as well, by the way. They're not covering up any redstone. It's completely flush with the wall. Doesn't make a difference. You could actually get away with having, you know, you could have a turn there. You really like hide this away in a base. Nobody would see it. So you've just got a little corridor here. Nobody's gonna know that you've got a portal in there. Nobody's going to ever see that. I mean, obviously I play in a single player world, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to surround this thing in glass so I can look at the machinery. And so like my Twitch followers can check it out, because that's fun. But on a survival world, on a realm, I would definitely make this secret. It's one of my favourite things ever. Yeah, that's about it. I'll take you through it one more time, just in case you missed anything. Your on-off circuit is just a piston, sticky piston with a redstone block. Then you have some redstone. You need a repeater to carry the signal round. Repeater there, doesn't need any delay. Diamond block, not important, but that make it a slightly different block, so you know that's the block where everything happens. That's the block you need to power for everything else. So you can get rid of this. You can have the activation circuit anywhere in your base, as long as it powers that block. And then, on top of that block, sticky piston, observer. Redstone repeater, all the way delayed. Dust, redstone repeater, no delay. Step down a second from the dust, dust, dust. Redstone repeater all the way delayed. On top of that, a sticky piston, redstone dust, redstone dust. Step up, redstone dust, redstone repeater all the way delayed. Next is sticky piston from before, solid block. On top of that, sticky piston. On top of that, you want a dispenser facing towards the obsidian portal, which you know where to build it. So you have your dispenser facing into that block there, and then you build your portal. By the way, you can modify this design. You can add more and more of these double piston extenders. You can make the portal wider. You can make the portal taller. I am personally going to go for a 3 wide, 5 tall design, because that's my favourite shape of portal. So that's what I'm going to do in my base. And also, it's going to be even more impressive when a wall that big just gets pulled out from nowhere, and then there's a portal there. I think that would be amazing. So I'm going to work on that today on stream, hopefully, and maybe a bit of my gold farm as well. We've got flint and steel here. Okay, so where were we? We were here. We put the solid block. That part's done. Oh, and then you go over here. So you've done that part, which is the braking circuit. Now you go off your diamond block, so that's your block that gets activated. That's where you could put your lever even. You don't necessarily need to have any of this. You could actually have your lever there. That could be your activation area. It would be a bit pointless. You'd have to like walk upstairs. But yeah, you could have it there. That's the important block. Then you want a repeater and full delay, redstone dust. Or indeed a block. Doesn't matter. Full delay, redstone dust. And then a glass staircase that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks up. The quickest way to place this in survival is place the glass, place the redstone, then place the glass, then place the redstone, and place the glass, and place the redstone, because the glass obviously won't delete the redstone and it's easier to stack. So staircase going 8 up, you go up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're on step number 4, you then build out by 1, to the left by 1, to the left by 2, and then out again from those ones. So you've got a 2x3 platform. Then you have redstone dust, a repeater, almost all the way delayed. It's just one click off being all the way delayed. Redstone dust there, an observer that's looking at that repeater, and then sticky pistons at the back. Depending on whether you've powered this or not beforehand, they may be extended, they may not, doesn't really matter. And then down here, a solid block, so one block below the sticky piston, a solid block with a redstone torch and dust. So you've got dust on the top, redstone torch on the side. That needs to power that piston there, which is a sticky piston, and you've got an observer. And then an air gap, repeater, all the way delayed, solid block, sticky piston on top, sticky piston to the side, observer on the top of the side sticky piston, dispenser on the top of the top sticky piston that is next to the dispenser from before. And this is basically, you can build this in one corner of your portal, so you could expand the portal out this way, essentially, which is where there's room to do that. You could expand it out this way. And then, where are we? We've done that. Okay, yeah, so we're on step 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then another glass across, then an obsidian. Then, very important, we have to have an observer looking up at the sky. And then a repeater that's almost all the way delayed. Then a redstone dust, solid block, 2 sticky pistons underneath, pushing those there. And that is your machine ready to go. And obviously that broke for a little bit for some reason. Oh, because I've not put the solid block there. See, that solid block's really important. Massively important part of the circuit is these 2 solid blocks here that cover up the portal. Forgot. You absolutely need them because they're the bits which get powered by the observers. And nobody would know that this is here. Right, I know that's an unconventional way of showing you how redstone works. Instead of just building it, I'm just talking you through it. But I think that'll do for now. I think, you know, let me know if it works for you. If it was easy enough to understand. I've gone through it twice. You can also slow down the video, play it at like 0.75 speed, or just pause regularly. That's what I do with a lot of Silent Whisper videos. The man's a genius. Any flying machine I use is basically just based off his designs, including the giant basalt train over there. Yeah, now it's time for a spoiler. Let's see what my next video is going to be about. My next video is going to be about my storage bookshelf. How many books can you fit in this bookshelf? As many as you want. For it is a magical bookshelf that flies away into the distance, and it will keep going until it hits the return circuit, which is this thing here, which uses an etho hopper clock to give you enough time to walk inside. But yeah, and then you're just in here and you're in your storage room. Nobody can see this. You've got all of these things, all your storage. I love this. I think this is really cool. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for checking out my portal. I'm really pleased with this. I built it. It took maybe 2 hours on a live stream. Didn't take long at all. I'm really pleased with it. I didn't even have to use like comparator burnout clocks, which I don't actually like that often. They're useful sometimes, but in this case it just made the circuit too big. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. I've been Pirate Philip today. And if you want to watch me play Minecraft on survival and actually trying to build these things with the limited resources I've got, twitch.tv/Realphillipcarter, that's where I be. And there'll be a Patreon soon. It'll be free to join, and it will have stuff like this on it. See you next time.